Hi. I am so happy to be standing here today in solidarity with people who live with lymphedema, helping to raise awareness of this disease which is so common and yet so hidden. My father, Morton Weitzner, developed lymphedema at age 13. This was in 1938, after an unnecessary medical procedure. At first, the lymphedema was in his right leg. Eventually, it spread to his left leg, too. He wore compression bandages every day for over 60 years, used various pneumatic machines every night over those years in an effort to reduce the swelling just a little, slept on a bed elevated at the foot, visited dozens of doctors, including spending 6 months undergoing experimental treatments in Shanghai. No machines or treatments cured him or even seemed to slow the progress of the disease. Our family watched helplessly as his legs grew larger and larger and as he became more and more incapacitated. My dad had been a great athlete. When I was a child, he played squash and tennis competitively. He had a 3 handicap in golf, despite his lymphedema. As time went on, though, he had to abandon most sports. He had trouble walking. He certainly couldn't run, but he soldiered on. He hid his condition as best he could under custom-made pants and shoes because nothing off the rack could fit. He did not talk about it, but it was impossible to hide. Each of his legs was about the size of my torso. People stared at him or averted their eyes in obvious shock. Children pointed. I can't begin to imagine the emotional pain he suffered on top of his physical pain. Because lymphedema is so often hidden under loose clothes and so rarely talked about, many people didn't know it existed, and so my father stood out. Secondary conditions arose from the lymphedema, terrible infections, high fevers, gout, arthritis, and more. Ultimately, it shortened his life. I'm telling this story not to depress everyone, but to let you know that I understand how serious and life-altering lymphedema is. Uninformed people may be dismissive of the condition, but I am not, nor was anyone in our family. I'm telling this story because my dad's condition moved my aunt, Dorothea Weitzner, my father's only sister, to leave a substantial bequest to the Lymphatic Education and Research Network when she passed away last year. Her gift is earmarked for research into treatments for lymphedema. It is our family's hope that someday soon no one will ever have to go through what my dad went through. And so I tell his story because it ends on a note of hope. Today we are all here together, not succumbing to the kind of isolation my father felt. We're calling attention to this disease and bringing it into the open. We're empowering people with lymphedema to say, I'm here, we have a community, and this is a real and serious condition. And hopefully my aunt's contribution to lymphedema research, along with the contributions of all the people who are at this walk and their sponsors, will lead to better lives for people with lymphedema in the very near future. Thank you.